The Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, I think some guys can at certain stages, right? Like there's moments in fights where don't you feel like you're in a zone sometimes and it just everything's flowing?
Saturday night.
Saturday night, yeah.
I felt good. All backstage because leading up to the fight, everyone was like ring rust, ring rust. So I was kind of waiting for some feeling to say, where's ring rust, right? But I felt great backstage. And I preferred fighting with no crowd.
Did you really?
Yeah. You get to the apex and it's like you get there, you wrap your hands, you warm up, you fight. There's no hanging around for 5 hours backstage and it's like a gym, right? You get there, you warm, then you just go compete. So I preferred it for sure.
Do you prefer it because of there's no noise, no distractions, no nothing?
And you can hear your coaches clearly.
Yeah.
Instructions clearly.
Yeah.
And I'm a very good listener to my coaches. So I wouldn't say I prefer it, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
You have been in a very interesting position over the last few years where you are one of the top UFC welterweights, but just because of bad fortune, just things just haven't totally lined up correctly.
Yeah.
Fights have fallen apart, injuries and sicknesses, and a bunch of shit went down. And until Saturday night, you had been kind of ignored by a lot of fans. Like a lot of people don't understand what the level you're at. They don't understand. And I think they saw it for the brief moment that you fought Saturday night, but then unfortunately there's the injury. You know, Belal has the accidental eye poke, and it's another unfortunate situation. But at least during that
first round?
Yeah, the first round, they got to see your skill level.
Yeah, for sure. And I was just getting warmed up as well. I got over the last year and a half, I've learned so much that I wanted to show, and to have that incident happen, it's one in a million, right? When you're preparing in camp, you're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then when that happened, I thought it was okay, take 5 minutes, let it play out a little bit, and then hopefully we can fight again. But his eye was that bad.
His eye was so fucked.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't a poke.
Nah, it wasn't a poke.
It was like a knuckle.
If
like
you see the picture, it's like you're a kicker, right? So when you're kicking, you don't hold your fist and kick like this, right? You kind of use it to momentum to swing your arm back. And as I was doing it, it kind of just like grazed his eyes. Well, not grazed, it kind of went deep, but it grazed his eyes a bit. And then.
But was it like the front knuckles?
It looked like it from the pictures. I couldn't tell. I didn't feel it. I thought it was the kick that got him in his body, and then he fell down at the start. You know, then when he started grabbing his eyes, I was like, oh shit, I caught him in his eye. You know,
right?
But I thought it was just literally the kick that caught him, because I did this and then.
I think Dana put a photo on his Instagram, Jamie.
I think it was a knuckle. You weren't this for sure.
It's so unfortunate, man. But I mean, for you, what I was getting at was that it has to be so frustrating. Here you are, another ad blocker. Here you are. You have this long layoff, and fights keep getting canceled, and then you finally get a fight. You're performing really well, and then this happens.
It's like the bad luck, right? The last year or so, just one after another. After the Woodley fight, I was meant to fight Woodley in London in March, and had that cancelled the week before, on the Sunday before the fight, and then from there just bad luck trickling down. So yeah, it's like
the bottom of your finger.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's straightforward. It's like it's just getting in there. That's terrible.
And it wasn't the eyeball, right? It's like the under the eyelid.
Yeah.
You know? Cause I saw Belal Sunday in the casino in Vegas, and his eyes was fine. Just it's the lid that was bruised. But
yeah, he said the vision started returning the next day, and now he said there's no permanent damage, so he's gonna be okay. He got his lid stitched up.
Yeah, I wish him well. So good.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and it was a great opponent for you too, because he's so relentless. He's constantly moving forward. He's a tough guy.
He's durable.
Yeah, he's
very durable. When I caught him with a head kick in the first round, and I kind of rushed my work a little bit. I kind of went wild and started swinging for him, but I should have picked my shots a little bit better. But he's tough. He's durable, but he doesn't beat me in a given day. You know, I believe if we fight 10 times, I'll beat him 10 times, and that's just it. He was a late step in for Khamzat, fell out, and I think he should go back, work his way back up, and then hopefully we can meet somewhere down the line. But for now, I'm looking towards a title shot. I'm looking towards being a world champion.
Do you think that the title shot is warranted just because of your previous work and just because of the great first round that you had? But I mean, do you feel like there's any unfinished business because of the way that fight ended?
With Belal?
Yeah, with Belal.
I don't believe so. I think from the first round, normally I'm a slow starter, right? So if that's my if that's my first round, you're not making it to the fifth, you know. So I think everyone saw where the fight was going, and he wouldn't have made it to number 5. So
I understand your confidence. I really do, and this is not to demean that at all. But you gotta give the guy an opportunity, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's my point: if the fight went the first round, if the eye poke didn't happen, the referee just stopped the fight. Everybody like, what are you doing? Well, you know where this fight's going. Well, you don't know where a fight's going because fights are crazy. Like, weird shit happens. People slip. Guy gets them in a choke. Like, weird stuff happens. People get injured. Someone throws a calf kick. All of a sudden, your leg goes numb. You get hit with a punch. Weird shit happens. Fights are crazy. You know that?
It's crazy, but
you know what I'm saying? Though I
know I know what you're saying, but I would have won that fight clearly. Joe, normally I'm a slow starter in the first round, right?
I know.
So. I felt great Saturday night, and even if I felt good, Belal was not beating me.
I completely appreciate your confidence, but as a fan of you and as a fan of Belal, I don't think it would be a bad thing to run back.
Not straight away. I'm looking to that's my ninth fight, right, in a row. Mm-hmm. I won an 8-fight win streak, fought Belal. I would have won the fight. So that'd be 9 fight without a loss from getting beat by Usman 5-6 years ago. So I feel I've done enough work now to prove that I belong at least in number 1 contender fight or title fight, so
I can totally appreciate your position, but I can also appreciate Belal's position.
I know where it's coming from. I would say if I was him, I'd probably do the same thing, right? He's ranked number 13, 14, and this big opportunity, his first main event, number 3 guy in the world. So I know where he's approaching it from, but I am looking for my own career, right? I want to look towards the title shot.
I understand.
Hopefully we'll get it.
Yeah, you've had all these weird situations where things fell apart. It's very unfortunate. And did you feel like the Khamzat fight was strange too? Because like here's this guy who has only had a few fights in the UFC. He's got a lot of hype behind him because he's had like the Mearshart fight was a great result. He looked fantastic, but then all of a sudden he's fighting you. Yeah,
like it was weird, right? Because 2 weeks before that, Dana White came out and he's like, nah, he's never going to fight Leon or no one in top 5. And then next week, he's like, Leon, you want to fight him? I was like, you just said, I'm too high ranked for him. But
where do you think that came from?
I don't know. I think everyone was turning him down, and everyone was turning me down as well. So they was like, okay, you want to fight him? I was like, okay, what about Kobe? He's like, Kobe said no. What about Masvidal? Masvidal said no. What about Wonder Boy? Wonder Boy is injured. So I was like, okay, you got the most hype in the division now. That I could like piggyback off to get to a world title shot, right? And this was a kid. Dana White built him up as this kid that can't be beaten, is tough, and so I was like, okay, I'll go out there, I'll fight him, and when I beat him, I'll fight for the world title, and that was my plan, right? To use this hype they're building around him to get me to a world title shot. I'm always looking towards the title shot, right? So any way I can get there easier. I was going to use Khamzat to get there.
Catch new episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience for free only on Spotify. Watch back catalog JRE videos on Spotify, including clips. Easily, seamlessly switch between video and audio experience. On Spotify, you can listen to the JRE in the background while using other apps and can download episodes to save on data cost, all for free. Spotify is absolutely free. You don't have to have a premium account to watch new JRE episodes. You just need to search for the JRE on your Spotify app. Go to Spotify now to get this full episode of the Joe Rogan Experience.